Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, distinguished members of the Senate, my fellow House members, General Paxton, and to the people of Texas. Let's be very clear, none of us want to be here today. I don't, and I'm confident that you don't either. But here we are with a heavy and historic moment in front of us. I stand before you today humbly on behalf of the House Board of Managers to offer a few brief closing remarks. These remarks have not been reviewed by anyone. I didn't go to dinner with TLR last night. George P. Bush didn't have his speechwriter draft this for me. Karl Rove's not sitting in my office right now. This is me, and me alone. 10 days ago, as these proceedings commenced, I watched each of you, I sat right over here, and I watched each of you, senators, place your hand one by one on Sam Houston's Bible, swearing to impartially render a verdict based on the law and the evidence. And as Chairman Murr has just articulately outlined for you, the House Board of Managers believe that that evidence meets the high standard of beyond a reasonable doubt. And as strong as we believe the evidence to be, make no mistake, this is not an easy vote for you. It's not. It shouldn't be, and I trust that it's not. It wasn't for me. This will, if you're like me, be the hardest vote, the most difficult vote, the heaviest vote that you will ever cast in your time in the legislature. This proceeding, we've had a lot of discussion about whether this proceeding is civil or criminal in nature, and as we've learned, it's been a unique mix of both. But it's also very personal. The vote that each of you will cast, I should say the 16 votes that each of you will cast, will be very personal, and they should be. We should treat the heaviness and the historic nature of this moment with the weight that it deserves. Members, senators, I certainly have done so. In voting to impeach General Ken Paxton, my dear friend, a political mentor, a brother in Christ, and a once trusted advisor, this has not just been a hard vote, this has been one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do in my life. Mr. Busby, you said in your closing that we're here because we hate Ken Paxton, and you could not be more wrong. I have loved Ken Paxton for a long time. I've done life with Ken Paxton. We've traveled together, attend church together, attended countless Cowboys and Baylor football games together. Heck, we're both former Baylor student body presidents.
You have 5 minutes.
I've block walked for Ken. I've donated to Ken, supported Ken. I've asked others to do the same. The first bill that I ever passed in the legislature in 2013, the only bill I passed that session, was sponsored by then Senator Ken Paxton. Which is one of the reasons that this is so difficult for me and many of our House members, and I know for many of you, it will be as well. Over the years, Ken and I have spent hours on the phone together. We've texted, we've called. For the first years after he was elected Attorney General and when he took office, I had an open door to the Attorney General's office. I could go up to the 8th floor anytime and visit with my friend. We talked politics and policy. We talked life. Members, I know, as I look across this floor, many of you had the same.